friends, lovers, children of all ages. Welcome to City Council. We're outside of City Hall. This is Mutual Aid Monday, and this is a spot. It's getting pretty crazy around here. We're going to start with clothing here on a weekly basis at Mutual Aid Monday, which occurs outside of City Hall on Monday nights during City Council. We have clothes, shoes. It gets picked through pretty heavy. But we're here where the supplies are provided, personal hygiene kits, and how's it going, Sarah? Good. And lots of people out here doing the good work in our community. I want to highlight these two crazy people right here because we got everything going on in the park today. We got brats and hot dogs grilling. We got bicycles being repaired en masse right now. Right, there are 4 or 5 stations. Bicycles getting repaired. We've got drinks and donuts, coffee, lots of leftover treats and sweets and goodies. All kinds of good people doing the work.
Where?
I don't know. I can't. Falling over them, that's where they're at. Look at this food, folks. We got breads and desserts.
With hot dogs and bratwurst.
You got all kinds of things going on.
Not cooked in beer, though.
Not cooked in beer.
I didn't have any beer.
I didn't know I was supposed to bring the beer. Hotel pans of food. Gourmet style here, folks. And a line. This has been going on for an hour. So we've got pots and pans of stuff that's already been consumed. And it just goes on and on and on. This, my friends, is Mutual Aid Monday, a program that is established to call attention to the need of our unhoused community while we come outside City Council and draw attention to the plight and the roles and the work that we need our City Council representatives to do to ease the conditions of the people who are most in need here in Denver, Colorado. Also, we've got a couple of Denver park rangers just hanging out and puffing, running a car, sitting inside of it, not doing a lot for themselves. It doesn't seem like they're hanging out on their cell phones right now. And these folks are a new addition to our mutual aid community. They're here on a weekly basis now to deter people from unloading their goods and property to serve the needs of the homeless. If you might remember from our previous videos, this space, this street, which is not part of the park, but is a road outside of City Hall that has been shut down, now has men in body armor hanging out and just sitting here doing nothing all day. Actually, they threaten people with tickets for dumping the trash that doesn't get composted or recycled or thrown away. How you gentlemen doing today? Good. What are you guys doing out here?
Patrolling the parks.
Patrolling the park. It looks like you're sitting in a vehicle that's running.
Yes.
Yes. How is that patrolling?
We're out here in the park where we're supposed to be.
Well, you're on a street.
This is park property still.
When did this become park property?
It is written in our definitions that sentence between both the civic park and civic building is still park property. Still patrolled under
Park property.
Yes.
Okay, I thought this was city property, street versus park.
Well, we still enforce on this park rules and regulations.
You enforce park rules and regulations on the street.
As well as right of way and all the other.
Okay, so whose right of way are you enforcing in this?
What do you mean?
You said right away, so who's right away?
Just right away, like if there's a bike lane blocked off, we gotta clear it.
Okay,
Just anything like that.
okay. And how often do you do this?
And control the Civic Park? Or the,
Sit in your truck in the street, in the closed street named Bannock. Are you 7 days a week, 3 days a week?
about 7 days.
So I can come by on any given day and find you guys sitting in a truck here, running, puffing, which is against city ordinances, to be sitting in a vehicle, leaving it running without operating it, right?
Sometimes in the park as well.
Okay, okay. Do you have badge numbers?
Yeah, badge number 21.
21. And your name, sir?
Jonathan Carousel.
Carousel.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, sir?
Alexis Aragon, badge number 1616.
Okay. And so what are you guys looking for when you're out here? Are you working with keeping people from sex trafficking or managing the dealing of methamphetamines and crack, things like that are, common in this busy city park?
So we patrol just looking for park violations, Chapter 39 of the DRMC. If there's any methamphetamine or any drug use, we do pick that out of the park. We don't want that in our park property. But like I said, we do enforce Chapter 39 of the DRMC.
Chapter 39
Yes.
of the Denver Revised Municipal Code.
Yes.
Okay. And you do that on 7 days a week,
Yes, we do have 7 days a week patrol as well as our night operation patrol.
as well as your night operations. And you always do that here in the road.
Here,
Because it looks like a really big park
uh-huh.
that you're not in.
Yeah, we just did a lap real quick, talk to a few people, and then just make sure people are following the rules.
Okay.
We do laps every now and then to walk around, get our steps in.
Get your steps in.
So I guess steps in, try to walk around, patrol the park.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I don't really have any more questions other than why is the vehicle running?
Well, we were about to take a service call.
Okay. A service call.
Yes.
So you have a call that you're supposed to be going on. I don't want to interrupt that. I'll let you
No,
get on your
we're
way.
just trying to figure out what ranger we should take it or if we should take it ourselves.
Okay. Cool.
Got it?
Yeah. Thanks, man.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, you too. So as I said, they're puffing, meaning this non-electric F-150, which gets somewhere between 12 and 20 miles a gallon-ish, if we're lucky, is just sitting here running while they're both on their cell phones. So much fun there. We're going to keep an eye on their regular rotations and travel around the city park here, because it is, from Bannock all the way down there at Broadway to 15th. A big space, right? And we see there's a fence going on over here around the 100-year-plus oak. You gotta be careful. You're walking in front of a running vehicle.
He wouldn't hit me.
Never can tell. So as we say, we just have people continuing to walk up. Have you eaten yet?
Yes. Oh my God. She's getting a to-go container. It's so beautiful.
Fantastic.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much. Are you one of the rangers?
No, I am definitely not a ranger.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're park cops. What?
Yeah, well, we're trying to figure out, exactly what they're doing here. They've indicated that they're here to enforce the laws.
Ranger always meant to me mountains.
No. Park rangers. They monitor the park.
911 right there. Yep.
No, not 911.
I know, but he has it on the back.
Huh?
He has 911 on the back.
Trust me, I live
Oh,
in
yeah.
I live in the park. Well, I try to.
Darn, I forgot I had my phone in my hand and I just totally
They didn't go on the call, so they shut the vehicle off. Good job, boys. It's just huge. And look at all the volunteers. Look at all the people. This is Monday Mutual Aid. We even got tank sources here. So, folks, the answer is you got to start looking up Denver Revised Municipal Code to understand the work that these two gentlemen are just doing, sitting here in their vehicle. Two of them. Allegedly, they were yelling at people earlier in the day who were dropping off property and goods, materials, if you will. Anyway, I should probably look in my screen for a second here. Say hi to whoever's in the chat. I got Jason, Friends in Code, Jacko something. 4 or 5 of you. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of live streams, but I'll say hello. Basically, the reason I decided to go live today is because this is beautiful. This is something that I haven't got to participate in much for the last year or so. So I've been in a mayoral race and a citywide ballot measure process of changing consumption, recycling, composting laws in the city and county of Denver, laws that are going to impact 32 to 37 million people a year. And while I've been gone, there's been some issues like threats of arrest or force or ticketing or other issues because these park rangers have been hanging out. Two of them with their wages and benefits probably combined at $60 to $75 an hour. And they're literally keeping the protest from happening on the street here, push it onto city council, or the city hall property specifically, which is cool because it's nice and shaded in the summertime, no radiated heat, so there's advantages to that. But this whole process here, it's just a beautiful thing that we want to let everybody just know is going on every Monday night. We really enjoy giving people space. And of course, a public park that's now publicly available to hang out in, to just enjoy your space in. Any hissing you might hear in the background, that's, another service being provided. So anyway, it's a beautiful sunny day in downtown Denver, and I haven't been on live, folks. If you know me, you know that I haven't been around. What's up, friends? I've been working 60, 80, 100 hours a week. We didn't win the race, but we created change. Both mayoral candidates in the runoff have participated in being amongst the homeless communities, have engaged in greater direct dialogues, changing the pace of the conversation here in Denver. We've gotten some real change happening, and I'm going to be out here in this space this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, as we promote a revamped Free Press clothing and apparel printing company, which I've been trying to keep alive over the duality of things. But I'm going to be out here for the Cinco de Mayo festival weekend. I'm sharing a booth with the business incubator that I'm a member of called The Zone, which is part of the Newsed Development Corporation. Newsed hosts Cinco de Mayo. It's their biggest fundraiser of the year. And Newsed does a lot of things for both small businesses and for the new first-time homeowners as well. So as we get back into the things and we're not under restrictive free speech, I don't want to call it that. The reality is that my speech was toned for the time, and the time was running a race, being in the political world, and in that big scope. So we just kind of had to put things on hold and silence for a while. But we're back. It's 5 o'clock. That means it's public comment time. And, if I can create any change around me, I will. These guys have shut off their truck. They're no longer puffing. So that's better air quality and emissions for all. Since they're park people, we want them to consider that too. So that's cool. and I'm just blown away. They got bike repair going on.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, it wasn't your fault.
Not much. How you doing? How's the benches going?
Good. I built another one yesterday. Got another one in the works.
Yeah?
Found some lumber when I was getting some gardening yesterday. You know Jace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe we've met in the past. Yeah.
So when you're doing your campaign, I'll say we're doing our campaign.
Yeah. I'm live streaming right now, just so you're aware.
Okay.
Talking a little bit about Mutual Aid Monday, all the things that are going on. Haven't been able to be down here for much because of the campaigns, the recycling, and the mayor's race, and so I was blown away with all this bike repair going on today.
Yeah.
Are you responsible for this with the bike lobby?
I'm not responsible for it. I mean, Bicycle Colorado is helping. For
Okay.
Sure, yes.
He took charge. Yes.
I took charge.
He's being humble. He took charge. He led it. This is why this is happening here.
No, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
We have a couple people who come down on Sundays to one of my other meals that I'm tied to. Janet's Kitchen.
Okay.
16th and Curtis, 9:30 to 11ish. Are you guys is this gonna be like a once a month thing, a rotationary?
I'd love
what's
to
the
do it
word?
More. It's right now. This is like a one-off, but I'd love to do it more here.
Yeah, I feel like we're just figuring out, like,
Yeah, this
what
is
we're doing.
we got a grant for some bike repair stuff, so we got like some tubes and tires and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like trying it out, exploring the idea a little bit, and hopefully we can.
I might know somebody at Washington Street 9th. That's Z-Cycle.
Oh yeah.
Might be willing to donate some spare parts if you know.
We'll take some spare
ask.
parts.
That'd be great. I would love for like all the shops and like and all the bike organizations like ours and like Good Turn that's here to view ourselves as like one big family and kind of work together to like do events like this stuff. And it's really cool to like show up and like hang out with Good Turn and do.
Good Turn. I don't know them. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, you should go talk to them. It's like, they do lots of great.
Good Turn. I see you peeking. I heard my name. I'm coming down the way in a minute.
I'm gassing you all up, Allison. I'm telling you, they're awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a Denver location and they do lots of programming too. So I've been like texting them about what they do at all.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I asked them first thing whenever I knew that James asked for some help. They have parts. They do like what's repair stuff more than we do. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is your brainchild.
yeah, exactly. See, he's responsible for it.
The grant, I think the grant was worked out independently, and then I was sort of tapped to figure things out because they're like, this guy's, he doesn't have a car. What's wrong with that guy? He probably knows bike people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I don't have a bike. I had to admit that earlier today. I did do my first ever Facebook ad purchase the other day.
Okay.
About actually 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
There was an ad on Facebook when I was there, and it was Costco clearance on e-bikes. It's $50, so I bought one. I don't know if it's going to be a miniature, if it's going to be, fake.
Wait, it's a $50 e-bike.
That's what I paid off my credit card and all that stuff. Now, if it really shows up, if it's really an e-bike, we'll find those things out. But in my worst days, I've blown way more than $50 in a night.
Hey, the best case scenario, a beautiful e-bike shows up at your door.
And for $50.
Well,
Right, yeah.
in my experience, whenever you buy a bike, you never regret it. That's just my experience.
Yeah.
But like, it's hard to you almost always get your value out of it immediately. So
Well,
to me,
I'm going to tell you the first bike that I didn't get my value out of.
Oh,
I built an e-bike in 2014. 2013, 2014?
yeah.
We used to have
And-
people like you coming to the bike shop, building their own, and
And yeah, how fast did it go?
25.
Okay.
And within 5 days of building it, I shattered both wrists. I shattered this one like a glass jar and fractured this one a whole bunch of times. I was casted double-handed for several weeks, so not fun. Yeah. So, hey, listen, I want to catch these Good Turn
Yeah, good to
people,
see you.
but it's good to see you. I'm so excited to see bike repair going on, and that's really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, these two guys are my Bicycle Colorado people.
Okay, yeah, I think I recognize this one.
James and AJ. And then we have Allison and Jamal with Good Turn. Yeah.
That's great. We'll give them a space for a second, but I mean, we've done spa days down here. Where people come and get haircuts. How you doing? They get manicures and facials and pedicures and We got people grilling for crying out loud. You know, you can't go wrong at a mutual aid Monday if you're like, I want to do something to help other people.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's part of the reason we got to highlight these things and draw attention to the work that's getting done. Because you think about it, we're rescuing. We got food rescue that's rescuing, you know, thousands of pounds of food a year.
Yeah.
Right? Feeding people coffee, food, beverages. It's amazing. Next task is to we got to figure out how to make a dishwashing, like, mobile unit, so that when we all these meals, just have a dishwashing unit that show up with the plates and the silverware. You eat, you scrape your food waste into Compost Colorado buckets, and then we wash your dishes on site.
That'd be great.
So, yeah, we gotta start figuring out how to write a grant for that, because I think we could do that. A trailer.
Compost Colorado would be interested.
Huh?
I wonder if like composting would they be interested in that?
Oh yeah, if I can provide Van clean compost, he'll take it.
I'm saying would they provide a grant?
I think there's so much more with the dishes that we have to consider, the plates and the forks, and the ownership of that I don't think Van would want to be responsible for, and that might just fall a little bit more under the cut the plastic emergency management services kind of role. But I mean, I don't know. I got my neighbor here over 2 years, a year ago, I guess it was maybe. I was like, I don't have time to cook food every week anymore.
Yeah.
Can you help me? And now he comes down with a grill. He brings his friends. I mean, there's really a lot of great stuff going on.
Yeah.
This guy looks like he's a barber.
He does it all.
Do you cut hair?
He's just got good hair.
Oh, I thought maybe that was the hair bag.
No, actually,
There's a guy who does it sometimes.
Well, you don't have to be licensed to do good for another person for free.
There's a guy.
That's why we're all here, right?
There's a guy who comes down and does it. He's like a pro.
Or receiving it.
I don't know. He's not here today.
Yeah, he was here last week. Several people have been doing hair.
It's great.
I just thought maybe you were the guy today. All right. Well, that looks like a serious bag. Maybe it's a med kit.
it's so cool to just have bikes.
Not a shed, it's like a warehouse.
Oh, well, there was. When I went to Sun Valley, there was a shed.
Okay, I thought it was we no, they have a shed, and then we have our own donated bikes that our insurance provides.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. She was like, "Don't do too much."
We're about to learn about Good Turn here in a minute, folks. We'll be patient.
What's up?
Not much. I'm Brian, and I'm live.
Allison.
Allison, nice to meet you. Tell me about Good Turn.
So Good Turn is a non-profit bike shop. We have 2 locations. One's down in Aspen Grove. The other one is up here in Denver off Zunai, right next to Meow Wolf. We're a non-profit e-bike shop. The nonprofit side, we get to work with youth from the Denver area that come to us either from DBR, SWAP, the Spring Institute, Rise Colorado, and they get to work on their bikes for 3 months with us. It's a paid internship.
Paid internship, so they learn how to work on bikes.
They learn how to work on bikes. They do it for 3 months. I am the job skills instructor. That's what I get to do with our interns. So they do that for 3 months. The bikes are donated. We strip them down, build them back up, and at the end of their internship, they get to take them home. So a lot of our youth they're neurodiverse, they're low income, kind of whatever. It's okay with us. They learn hard skills. They get to work on bikes, and they also learn soft skills like how to be at work on time, how to manage their time. Here's how we clock in. Here's how we, make sure our uniforms clock for work. Those kinds of things. And when they leave with us, they get a bike. They get a resume that we work on with them. They also have a mentor for the whole 3 months. It's a really cool little spot that we have. So.
Very cool, very cool. And so tell me about what you got going on here today.
So we teamed up with Bicycle Colorado.
I know a couple of these guys.
Yeah, a couple of these gentlemen. So we teamed up with them. They reached out to us and said, were you guys interested in donating your time and your skills? And I said, heck yeah. So we're out here just fixing up bikes.
Yeah, that's great. This is the first time that I've seen bike repairs at one of the mutual aid meals.
And it's a great need, and happy to do it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. It's wonderful. I know there's several groups that are doing this kind of work, but obviously the draw at City Council is a big one.
Yep.
So it's fantastic. And I see you guys have you even got some e-bikes you're working
Yeah, someone
on.
dropped off an e-bike, and yeah, I just want to make them functional and safe. That's our goal today.
Fantastic.
So new brake pads. We got some donations from Jess. We have brake pads, chains, tubes. A gentleman dropped off some 3D printed little toolkits that were really cool, something I've never seen before. So some basic tools and some patch kits in there. So
That's great.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Great.
Well, excited to meet you.
Thank you.
And see all this fabulous stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know, when we
Continue to do it for sure.
yeah, that's what I was like. You know, every you know, you guys come out every couple weeks or whatever.
Love it. I love working on bikes.
When I get offline, we'll reconnect and because we have in addition to Mutual Aid Mondays, we have Cats Not Cops, which is over at Benedict Fountain Park. We have the Headwaters Protectors who go out on Sunday do encampments and do cleanups and interact with people at their tents. We have Janet's Kitchen, which comes from Occupy Denver and is at 16th and Curtis every Sunday. And there's anarchists and there's communists and there's all kinds of groups out here providing to those in need. And so if somebody is in need, you mentioned you have a couple of shops.
Yep.
Do you take bikes by appointment or
Just come on in.
just come on in?
Come on in. We're open. Our Denver location's open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5, and then our Littleton location's open 7 days a week.
Okay, and income based?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm willing to help anybody out though.
Okay.
But we do sell high-end e-bikes that allow us to have like the wiggle room for the nonprofit to allow us to give back.
Okay. And the website?
Goodturncycles.org.
Goodturncycles.org. All right, folks, thank you very much. Tell me your name one more time. Allison, Brian, pleasure.
Brian, pleasure.
I'm sure I'll see you around in a bit.
Sounds good, man.
Thank you. You might recognize Laura Avant, folks. She's been doing the work for quite some time. Todd, how you doing today?
Pretty good.
What's the best thing about being a volunteer at Mutual Aid Monday?
Feeding the people. That's what they need is food. So it's real simple. Everybody needs food to eat, and everybody is a human being. So we feed the people, and that's what it's all about. It's real simple in life. There's no political boundary or anything in there. It's simply just feeding people.
So that was inspiring on my part.
Love it. I love it. I love that you got other people out here joining you.
Yeah, we got Benino today.
Yeah, that's great. I've been gone in and out periodically for the last year. So, how many times do you think you've been out here now? Is this your first? Oh, this is your first time.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking fantastic.
I've donated stuff.
Yeah. You kicked it in the back end where people don't see it. But to come see it in person, what do you think?
It's like feeding people.
Yeah.
It's nice to see smiles and
Yeah.
people happy.
It's like
That's
Running
great.
Man, you give it out for free. You know?
Yeah.
How we do it.
Fantastic. You know, I can't end on a better note, right? I love it. So I'm going to thank you guys for hanging out and joining me for the last half hour. Well, I don't know how that happened. That was weird. But I was going to just say hello to everybody who was in here. John and FIC, Brandon. Thank you. There's Good Turn Cycle on Instagram. So many great things going on down here. I mean, realistically, I just can't get enough of. Can I flip my camera screen? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. The brats. Look at that. Look at that. It's just good food going down. And with that, I'm going to cut the feed. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk to y'all soon.